news came out about Queen being cleared. How much was he able to do today?
He went through pretty much a full practice today, full contact practice. Glad to have him back, and he'll continue to work through it. And obviously, it'll be a little rust there, but he'll get better and better as we progress.
He's still early in the process, but how much are you kind of putting on his plate just to kind of get him ready for the start of the season?
Well, he's ramping up. He's ramping up. We got a few days for him to ramp up. The medical team will continue to evaluate how he feels after each day, and then we'll have updates accordingly.
Is there temptation to say, let me get him out there as soon as possible, or do you kind of say, no, I'm just going to kind of play it safe and listen to what they tell me?
Yeah, we got to listen to, the medical team. Obviously, we got to listen to how his body is responding. This is his first time playing with contact in a long time, a few months. So we don't want to rush. We don't want to throw guys out there and rush. But if he's ready, that's another conversation that we'll have.
And Willie, can you talk about Kevon's injury a little bit? We know it happened in Australia. Did he ask to come out? Was there a specific play that happened that basically caused the injury?
Yeah, it was. He kind of got rolled. Somebody rolled up on his leg, rolled under him, fell kind of awkward, and he asked to come out after that. So once he got evaluated, we learned more about it. We know it's his left leg and it's a sprain, so he's just working through it now.
And is he just not going to be able to do any kind of rehab until he gets reevaluated? Can he do just bike work or anything?
Yeah, he's doing stuff on the floor a little bit. He's doing some bike work, but they want to allow us some time to calm down, and he'll go from there. But he's doing all this necessary rehabilitation work. It's just a matter of how sore is it and what movements feel comfortable for him.
With preseason over and now you guys turn to the regular season, you have some extra days here to practice.
Yeah.
What's the focus for you as far as what you really want to lock in with this team before you take the court Wednesday?
Trying to implement all of our concepts, starting on the defensive end. Again, stepping on the floor with a mentality of physicality and toughness and togetherness, communication. It's some things that we can clean up from playing against two really good teams we saw defensively. We want to rebound the ball. Big emphasis for us is, especially when you play against these big teams, you got to finish possessions. Offensively, again, playing fast, getting out on the open floor, creating some offense off of our defense, which we've been really good in the past.
Have you settled on what the identity of this team is going to be this year?
We're going to be one of the most competitive teams in the league. And so scrappy, young, playing fast, and playing with energy.
Is a fast start, is that kind of a media creation, or do you kind of say, hey, look, I want to see Zion is the guy and Trey in a bigger role, and we want to see results sooner rather than later?
Well, you always want to get off to a good start. We've had a really good training camp. We like some things that we saw in preseason. A lot of good transfer from practice to the games, but also some concepts that we can clean up. So we're well aware of that. But getting off to a good start, I'm sure every team in the league is saying the same thing to their teams. Let's get off to a good start. It's a long season, but you got to come in with the mentality for us to try to win every day.
And what about Carlo? How's he doing?
Didn't practice today, so we'll continue to monitor him.
And just how important was it, we talked about Houston and Orlando being kind of those physical teams, those teams that you kind of look to as you want to be more like that. What was your takeaway from those two games and how you matched up against those teams?
Yeah, I came out of those two games extremely encouraged. Those are two teams that are predicted to be pretty good in the West and in the East, Orlando in the East, Houston. They're big, they're physical, they rebound. They're good defensively, they're sound defensively. So, what I saw from our games, and I told our group this, is that we had some moments where, we were right on point. And we have to be more consistent in those areas. That's the growth for our team. And when we can do that, bring the physicality, rebound the ball, we got to be a better passing team offensively. It could be scary. And so I'm encouraged coming out of those games. We got work to do. We got to continue to work on those concepts. But when we get there, we can be a really good team.
Well, it looks like the team's going to need to rely on Eve a little bit, at least during these first couple of weeks or so. What have you seen out of him that's encouraged you about that you're going to be able to rely on him?
Just taking another step forward after his first season. Had a really good first season for us. We had to kind of throw him in the fire early, so he had an opportunity to get a lot of experience because of our situation last year with injuries. So he's ready. He's ready to step on the floor. He's going to compete. We're going to challenge him to be one of the better rebounders and rim protectors. And that's what we want to see from Eve, just take another step forward.
Does he look stronger to you? And also, just fundamentally, he understands everything better?
He does. He's getting better and better. We're aware that it's his second season. But he's shown the capability of being able to take in all the information that's thrown at him and then apply it to the floor.
Can I ask one more quick question here? Sure. I don't know if you saw the video this week of the Boston Celtics staff versus the media, but my assumption is that you would probably put Will in handcuffs if we played your staff in a game, right?
That was hilarious, by the way. I saw that. Joe Mazzulla and his staff wore the media out. It was just, I've never seen anything like that. And so we all were laughing about it. I'm sure the media in Boston were having a good time with it. Will, I won't put you on the spot, man. If we play and you guard me, you're in trouble.
I know. Watching y'all practice, I don't like any
That's what we
of
said.
that. Like,
You, Brewer, Moose.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if we
team.
score a bucket.
Right. Yeah, I think we got a solid team.
I just said my goal. We got to get more than
Bring
4.
your best.
More
Bring
than
your
4.
5. Bring your 5. Bring your 5.
I just want more than 4
Will
points.
said that the media would score more than 4 in the coaching staff. I told him I made bet the under.
Guaranteed.
As long as we have Anthony, what was it, Antonio?
Y'all hear that?
Wesley. Antonio
Y'all hear that?
yeah, wait,
All right.
we get AD and West.
All right.
Yeah.
Nah. Y'all don't get AD and West.
All right, thanks.